Uh, Today I'm going to discuss a nice technique about dubbing loop and how I get my inspiration sometimes. So I was watching James Linz or Linz, I'm not sure about pronunciation, so I apologize for that, video about fly tying photography, and James Lund on YouTube. He has amazing stuff there. Not many videos, but those present there are very worthwhile watching. So he made a video about fly tying photography, so I just decided to make a couple of flies and do some photos. I don't like to take photos of fly, I already did, so just something in my head. So I was making flies randomly. I knew I wanted to do some stacking here, some dubbing loop around. I saw that also on his channel, so I was doing that, and then it struck me. One of my favorite flies, caddis flies, is CDC&Elk, and sometimes my CDC is just not good enough, or I don't have large enough feather, or it's just wrong. So then it sometimes it's just like some detail. So I just came up with this fly. It looks like a brush, if you like. It's nothing to it. Like, you can see that it's very big here, but the silhouette is good. It's also empty inside, so it's not too much material. It's just that the materials I did, it gives volume, like hollow flies in streamers. So then I have those wings, which are here mostly for me to see the fly at distance or in difficult light. And then I have if you notice that I have a hotspot, purple hotspot over here, and everything was like, okay, this looks like CDC&Elk. Like, it just came to me that I should make similar fly using different techniques. And then I just love black CDC, and I love purple, so black and purple, they go well together. Fish love it, and I came up with this fly, which is quite, I would say, nice, and it's simple, and everyone can tie it, and it will catch fish. I mean, I never tried this particular fly, but it resembles CDC&Elk. The only addition is what? Flash material, and usually that is not so bad, especially in sunny day. And let's just get into tying. So materials are going to be like this. Hook in this case is size 12. It's 301 by Dohiku. Dubbing is going to be purple. I buy this in China, so I don't know if you can order it from AliExpress. I think you can. CDC is going to be, again, same producer in black. And deer here I was using, let's just find a bag. Yeah, I was using by Nature Spirit. Many good tires would say that Nature Spirit is the best deer hair available on the market, and I can confirm that, at least from what I've tried. I never tried like freshly killed elk, and then I never prepared the skin. Well, so from manufacturers, like commercial, that's the best thing you can get, I think. And that would be it. Yeah, threads. I'm using two threads here. I'm using 12/0 nano silk by Semperfli, and I'm using that for the body part. And to tie in the wings, I'm using 830 by Vivas. You can use anything. It's black purely because I'm using black CDC, so it matches the color. Without any further ado, let's just get into tying. And most of the time I'll do this white presentation so you can see most of the things I'm doing. So I'm using beeswax to go with my thread through it, and then I'll just start over here. I want my body to end somewhere around here. Okay, because this is enough for me to have to tie in the wings. And somewhere around here I'll start making a loop. So what I do, I make a loop and I cross it and then go around it and then just go down the hook. And you can stop anywhere. I mean, this is going to engulf the hook and nothing's going to be visible. So you got yourself a loop that's getting into the point here, because if the loop has one leg here, if you squeeze it here, it's still going to be separated over here, so it won't hold materials. That's why it's very important that your loop goes to one single point at your hook. That's it. Then tools wise, I'm using this dubbing twister, and I have this for 20 years, I guess. It's heavy, it's brass, it's very simple, and if I need to squeeze my materials, because now as you can see it's open, I just do this and it's squeezed. Nothing special, nothing fancy. I never tried any other twister. I know that C&F has something, some other people would make some other twisters, but this works for me, so I'm okay with that. Now let's go into another tool. This is a brand of beer in Serbia. I don't know if they exist anymore, but it's foam, it's pendant. I just cut into it. And this clip as well, I have like 20 years, so you will see it's a magic tool for me. I mean, it works just as good. So I'm gonna choose one of those larger oval feathers. I call them oval because they have that shape, as you can see. I mean, this CDC is not super good quality, but it's going to hold fly pretty much. Like, not pretty much, it's going to hold well. Then dubbing. So what I do, I stroke those fibers, make them perpendicular to the rachis. Okay, this is it. Just give me a second. I take one pinch of dubbing, place it on the CDC like so. Super easy. And then place everything on the foam. With dubbing needle, I insert everything in the foam, and as you can see, now you can see more or less what you're going to get, how much flash material, how much those barbs, everything. And notice one more thing, it's going upwards. So this place, this longest barbs, I want them to end here. Just my personal preference. Now you can pull out rachis if you want a little bit, but this is perfect. So there is not much waste, as you can see. I mean, you can make it even less than this, and as I can see my barbs, long barbs are here, so I want to put them down because as I wrap it's going to be near the eye. Then I place everything into the tool. Well, I have to do one more thing, I forgot. To color the thread in case white shows through everything, and to wax the thread just to increase the friction, and so the wax thread is going to hold the materials slightly better. Now when you pull out this clip, don't squeeze it back. So open the clip and then pull it out, because if you squeeze it back, it's not going to be good. You're gonna pull out materials, and I did it a couple of times, but now I take care. Okay, now if you watched my previous video, you will know that you can measure the hook like by wrapping thread like so, and then unwrapping, like you wrap all the way here, you mark it, and then you unwrap and then you know how much dubbing loop you need to reach this part here. I don't do that often. I mean, it's just an idea for beginners. Like, I do it this way. So this is the reason why I used GSP, because I can cinch on it, and the GSP will lock these the materials in the loop. So with Velcro, I'm just brushing out barbs and everything. So let's go. Okay, now you can stroke those back. Just go slowly, like wet fly. Stroke back and wrap. Stroke back and wrap. Stroke back and wrap, and so on. It's quite simple, quite straightforward technique. As you can see, it's quite easy to do. And as you reach the end, you should get an idea how much space you have left, obviously, and how much barbs are left, so you will know if you're going to spend everything or not. If you think you have too much, you can overlap slightly. I mean, overlap this dubbing brush slightly. And as you can see, just a little bit more, and that's it. Okay, now what I do, I just let dubbing twister spin around the tying thread once or twice, and then with a couple of wraps I catch it. You can even fold it back if you want, 1, 2, and then you can tie it off. It's like double locking. At this point, I want to tie off everything, so just make a web finish. And now look at this fly. This even looks like a fly. It's fluffy, it doesn't have too much material, and as I said, it's like a hollow streamer. It has the shape of a bait fish. I mean, I would fish this as a streamer, to be honest. Now, let's get into more close view. Now, one more time, I'm going to run my second thread. Now, I'm going to run it through the wax, again, to catch everything well. And I'm going to start here. And that's it. Now, just in case, you can do the whip finish now. 1, 2 wraps. Just to make sure that you're not gonna, if you touch your hook, it's gonna jump and untie everything, because it's like very short space you're working with. So now we need a deer hair. Depending on the water, like whether you have rough water or more slow water, you can choose the quantity of hair. I cannot give you the exact amount how much to use, but what I can say is you need to clean the hair from underfur as much as you can, because underfur bonds hair together and makes it much more difficult to stack. Put everything in the stacker, hit it several times. This one is good because I can see here inside, so I can see when my hair is stacked properly. I don't do it vertically, I do it at the angle, because when I open the stacker, as you can see, everything is well aligned. Now, it's always a great idea to take the hair in the direction you're going to tie it in. So my tips are supposed to go this way, so I'm gonna grab it this way, because if I do the opposite, I need to manipulate hair and then I'll displace and rearrange everything, which is not good. Take the hair fast in order to prevent unstacking. And if everything went well, proceed with tying. So I like to measure the wings. I mean, I do this in different ways, to be honest. This time I'm gonna use Kelly Gallup's way of doing it. So measure the wing. You can do it shorter if you want, like an indicator, or align it with a hook band as a proper wing, whatever suits you. So I'm gonna just measure the wing and then catch it with my fingers here, and I'm using my fingertips here as a reference point where I want to cut. Now when you cut it in one single cut, like very fast, and you should have sharp scissors for this. At this point you want to counterspin your bobbin for two reasons: to core the thread to make it a bit stronger, and when you have counterspun your thread, when you release the tension, it jumps into your fingers, it doesn't jump over. So instead of fighting your thread, the thread is working with you. So go with soft wrap around here, and then one more wrap behind this wrap, and then squeeze everything together with your forefinger and thumb, and then pull your thread up. Pull until almost breaking your thread. Then make another turn, and then rotate and see if you did your job well. It seems good. So at this point I'm gonna go through those butt ends, one, and I'm finishing in front. That's it, like just a couple of reps. Keep tension, that's very important. Now flatten the thread. It's important that you whip finish with flat thread, because flat thread is going to make more durable whip finish. I'm practicing my whip finish not with hands, obviously, so I'm gonna maybe struggle a little bit because I need to go with the thread under. So 1, 2, going back, and then 1, 2, 3, going towards the hook eye. I'm gonna explain this after I tighten my knot. Okay. Now let me good. Okay. Got everything here. Okay, well done. Now, I was saying go 1, 2 whip finish knot reps. So they're going backwards, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 are going towards the hook eye. That way those 3 reps are going to cover previous 2, and they're going to squeeze everything together, and you're going to have again nice whip finish knot, which is very good. Now notice what I did. All hairs that I made here are above the hook shank, and that is for a very simple reason. You are using your forefinger and thumb as a tool. So when I said squeeze, you make your 2 loose wraps, you place your bobbin holder above the wings, and then I said squeeze. And when I say squeeze, notice the white in my nails. I mean squeeze, like literally press on these wings, press them sideways, like make a pancake out of everything. And after you release everything, you're gonna have this nice, I'm gonna quote Kelly Gallup, bulbous head, and it's really pretty one. I have to say, it has this rounded shape, whereas if you left those buttons and you cut it, you're gonna get a square shaped head, something like elk hair caddis has. This nice rounded head looks pretty good to me, and that's it. As you can see, I'm pushing it, it's firm, and that's all. So guys, thank you very much. I would like to hear your opinion on what you think about this wide narrow view, changing the lenses in the middle of the tying. So what do you think about that? Does it make more sense? Because I guess it does a little bit. Like when I'm making a fly, it's useful if you can see what I'm doing. It's not blurred out. As you can see here, you can recognize that these are my fingers, but like details are lost, where when I'm using some other lens, the depth of field is better, bigger, deeper, whatever you call it, and you can see more. So please tell me what you think in those comments below. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and see you next week.